I have my weekly, and these are just my repetitions depending on the day of the week that I need to remember. And then I have this weekly overviews from my summer touch. These are undated, and I love how they're fold outs because you'll see in a minute how I plan to kind of like have my weekly view what am I trying to say, combined with my daily. But yeah, so I'm planning to use these. I don't know that they'll work out, but I have a couple printed on there. And then we go on to my daily, and then I just have this A Cup of Get Shit Done deco die cut that I had in my personal planner. I've had this one forever. This is just a Pinterest image that I printed, cut out, and laminated. And then in the back of it, I have my daily outline and my evening outline for like my routines basically. This is kind of like my ideal day. And then I have this, what is this? A dashboard from the Foxy Fix that also came with the planner when I bought it. I just put some deco gold foil paper clip paper on the front that I got from Michael's. And then this is my key for how I use like my daily lists. I have some stickers from Cloth and Paper, and then another little fly leaf where I keep the orders or Happy Mail tracking. And then these are Poi and Hunt sticky notes. I cut the purple part at the top of it because they wouldn't fit the A6, and that's totally fine with me. I really did like having that piece because it said like, weekly or whatever, and it was just pretty. Like I really like the purple color, but again, functionality over, cuteness or whatever. So this is a weekly overview one with the calendar on there, and then this is my today page marker from Brooklyn Grace Co. I cut it down from personal size because I didn't want to repurchase any stuff or something like that. And then we go on to my dailies, which I just did this little mock-up of my Sunday, which was yesterday, just to see how they would work out. And then I just decided I love them. These are from my summer touch. I've been using them forever, and I've decided to definitely keep them. And so what I was saying was that I'm gonna love how this looks. Like I could just flip it and you kind of have like an overview of so many things at once, and that's why I love fold out. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the weekly view. And then yeah, I just have, since they're undated, I just have like a bunch of them already printed out. And then in between my second divider, I have a self-care section tab or sub tab. So this is my section, so that's why it has my name. And this really pretty gold vinyl that I got from a planner friend in Happy Mail. In the back of it, I have Harmony's morning affirmations. I wanted to incorporate doing daily affirmations every day, like writing down something that I completed or something that made me feel good, but it was just gonna bulk up my planner even more. So that's why I thought these were perfect. These were perfect. What the hell? These were perfect. They're just like affirmations that I can repeat to myself and, like start the day on a positive note. So I love that she made this. And these were a freebie from her. I printed it in pocket size, and I didn't want to put the insert in here. So I just cut it down, laminated, and clipped it on there because it's like in my whole self-care kind of section. Then following to that, I just have encouraging quotes. The graph paper is from my summer touch. And then I made an overwhelmed list. I got this idea from Lily Plans. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly or if I'm getting the right number, the right Instagram handle, but I'll make sure to link her down below if I didn't. So she just basically wrote out a list of, are you feeling overwhelmed? Like to really ask yourself if you are feeling overwhelmed, and to ask yourself as well like these kind of questions to see why you're feeling overwhelmed. So I just thought that was a very neat idea, and I just decided to make it pretty. There's nothing wrong with that. I used Canva to do that. In the back of it, I just have this really pretty like yogi girl with like a yoga pose with all of her chakras and their colors. And then in the back, I printed what the symbol of the chakra is, the color location, what organs and glands is associated with, and to like information to let me know whether the chakra is balanced, overactive, or underactive. So let's say if I'm feeling this way, then it's probably good, so it's balanced. You know, if I'm feeling another way, it's probably underactive, so I know that I have to work on it. I'm very into, you know, like grounding myself, and I use yoga and meditation to do that. So that's just a really nice reference for me. And then we are 20 minutes into the video and I'm not even halfway through. Wow. Okay. So following to that, I have this life and balance insert that I made. And this is just like a mention, like a brief mention of all of the aspects in my life and what it is that I need to remind myself to keep my life in balance. So I have personal, mental, and fitness health, relationship and friendships, professional, home, planning and hobbies, and then my autoimmune system. And in the back of that, I just have some notes about the CBD oil that I take. And then following to that, I'm going to use this list task or list insert from Peanuts Planner Co. to write out my goals per month. So I have January listed out on there, but I just haven't written them in, and then that'll be my self-care section. And then I have my personal section, which they go hand in hand, but I really wanted to dedicate like the self-care in its own subsection because I kind of just wanted to separate it, but not really. I hope that makes sense once I show you what's behind the personal divider. So this is just my cover page, a little piece of vellum, color coding, and this will be the insert that I use for my mood tracking. So I do struggle with a mood disorder problem. So that's why I like to keep record of my moods. And then I'm going to have my period and dry needling appointment tracker, any doctor visits. These inserts are from my Summer Touch, and there's 2 visits per page. And then I go into my habit tracking. So I have these trackers from Peanuts Planner Co. and I like to separate them by health and well-being. Has anything to do with like water, caffeine, dairy, any kind of like food related intake that I know that influences either my mood or headaches or things like that, or even my immune system, just so that I can keep a record of it. And then any self-care things like my miracle mornings, family time, therapy, eyes and ointments of like my tendinosis, my skincare, any flossing or anything like that. I just have this random one for tidy up the home. And then my sleep. I like to track my sleep when I have insomnia. And yeah, so that's my tracker. And then this ones are from my Summer Touch, and there are a whole year at a glance, which I really like that. So I decided to use this one for hair masks, face masks, and then I have this one for microblading, face exfoliating, body exfoliating, and then I still have some more things to list out on there. This one is a reoccurring task by Peanuts Planner Co. More of the My Summer Touch. These are just different color because that's when I ran out of ink. So carrying on with the rest is I just have this other little fly leaf with never, never, never give up, because this goes into my fitness section. I have my key here with any activity that I will do, and I'm going to use the same tracking method that I did for 2019 in my personal planner. So whatever it is that I do the day, I just highlight and then put however much minutes of it I completed. And then I have my body measurements for like weight and measurings. And that's basically my fitness section. And then following to that, I have my finances section. I do have a whole separate finance planner, which is a personal planner. And I have a flip of that in my channel. So make sure to check that out if you're interested. So with me, I only carry my, so since this is my everyday carry, I don't need to carry all of my everyday spending per the month, since that's how I do it. And so in my finances section, I only carry exactly what is like needed. And I'm gonna cover this real quick. So I just did a little list out of all of my bills to have a reference in the back of my finances, and then I have this little key here that's gonna be used with my bill tracker, which is gonna be the same tracker that I use for my workouts. This is gonna list out the bill that I need to pay on the day of, and then the amount, and then who is responsible for it. Once it's paid, I'll highlight it gray. If it was something that was unexpected, I'll highlight it yellow. If it was like debt or urgent or something like that, then I'll highlight it according to the color of. Then I just have some notes in the back of that. So that's gonna be for my bills. I have reoccurring tasks for adulting. Oh, and I didn't mention that the little tabs are from Avery, and I got them off of Amazon. I have these linked in my Instagram bio because a lot of you guys asked me about them. I really love them, even though I have the little clear dividers, like the plastic dividers. I like having a lot of subsections, and then I like knowing where they're exactly at so that it could just make it easier for me to flip to it. I'm just lazy like that. So yeah, I have the recurring tasks for whenever I organize my receipts, log in expenses, debt free month, because we do happen to have like random debt free months. The aim is for years, but right now we're working on it. So anytime I stuff my cash envelopes, and then anytime I organize my boyfriend's receipts. And then in the back of that, I have my car stuff that I need to do like on a monthly basis. And that would be because, it pertains to adulting, which is not fun. And then I just have some random notes and my spending tracker, which I will only track my online orders when it comes to my everyday carrying, because online orders are usually like planner related things. So I like to keep track of that here and separately. Then I just have some random